Chat. Hello, Spider-Man. Thwip thwip. Hello, Universes Beyond. Yo. Is anybody excited for this set? I personally am. I'm hoping that some people are. I know not everyone is, but I personally am. How y'all doing today? We got about an hour until Spider-Man debuts. Thought we'd hang out until then. Get a little chatting done. Brad, what's up? RJ, what's up? Gregory, what's up? Oh man, I've seen some mana symbols on the cards. That's pretty MTG to me. Sorry, what are you talking about, Count? I'm not sure. Rich, what's up? Haymaker, what's up? Yeah, dude, me too. Oh, DJ, this is the weirdest thing ever. I don't think I've ever streamed on a Friday evening. Mobius? What are you doing here? Here to take me to the TVA? Oh man, you know there's gonna be a Morbius commander. You know there's gonna be a Madam Web commander. We gotta lean into it, right? There's the main channel. I'm trying to find the main channel right there. There we go. Now we got it. Now we got it. Now I can do this. Let me make sure. Y'all see that countdown in the bottom left? Yeah, okay, that's working. Chad, I want to thank my, you know, there's a huge multiverse of Spider-Mans out there. I am but one Spider-Man. I'm the Spider-Man that talks about Magic the Gathering card prices on the internet. I've met many Spider-Men in my travels. Many Spider-Mans, Spider-Ladies. There's some, I don't know if y'all have ever heard of the Spider-Mans Eloise or Briar or Julian. They are a spider family. There's also a mama and dad of Spider-Man. Anyway, that family of Spider-Mans helped me train, helped me prepare. So big shout out. Big shout out to my Eloise, my Bry Guy, and my Julian. And my Jeff and my Mary. What's up, y'all? Where my Omen Pathers at? Yeah, dude. Anthony, there's stuff to get excited about that's in universe as well. That Lorwyn set's gonna be pretty dope. I've been doing research for a video probably 2 weeks away, something like that. Once we are in between the Spider-Man and the Avatar hype, that I've just been digging into Lorwyn. I wasn't actively playing during those 4 sets, and so I wanted to learn about it, figure out what my, you know, calls were going to be as far as what we were going to see. Is there anything we should pick up ahead of time? It's been an interesting dive. Thank you, Briar. Appreciate you, brother. Should be fun. Uncle Ben dead on a kill spell, maybe like a chalk outline. We can be like, you know, that's Uncle Ben. You know that's Uncle Ben. But yeah, DJ, this is a weird one for the collection of reveal streams. I'm not sure that I've ever or will ever again have a Friday afternoon, Friday evening reveal stream for a set. Typically, for those of you who don't know, these are on Tuesdays at like 10 a.m. Pretty consistently for years. These have been on Tuesday at like 9 or 10 a.m. And now it's Friday at 5. Friday at 6:30 is the actual time. Here, let me show you the countdown timer. Boom. Spidey debut in 47 minutes and 25 seconds. If there's an Uncle Ben kill spell, it has to make one of your creatures on the battlefield stronger. Right? The Demko, what's up? I appreciate you, Demko. What videos are you liking? I'll make more of those. Brad, I can't wait for MC Atlanta, dude. Anybody gonna be at MC Atlanta? I will be there. I've got a meet and greet Saturday afternoon. So I hope that you will come and see me, say hey. If I get my S together, I will have some tokens to hand out. If I half get my S together, I'll at least have some stickers. This thing is bugging the bejesus out of me. I gotta get it settled. I gotta get it settled. I'm not a good, very good Spider-Man yet. Briar, I need more training. RJ, this video is going to have... I feel like this is going to be the pre-made one, where all the cards are gonna be flying all over the place and... You know? But who knows, dog? This has been the weirdest set that's ever existed. Of course. Of course. The first Universe Beyond, where I'm like dressing up for it, is a weird set. We're gonna love it. We're gonna love all of our children. We love everybody equally. It's gonna be a sweet one. DJ, we're definitely gonna link up. You're gonna be at Amsterdam? Dimco, I've saved you tons? Hell yes. RJ, where are you seeing Blink 182? Is that Shaky Knees that weekend? Where are you seeing Blink 182? RJ? Yes, I kind of keep up with where Blink 182 is in the world. Sue me. I used to have a Blink 182 thing behind me. I just moved it over here. Hang on. My wife made me this. It's like a raised, it's like a cutout thing. How cool is that? I'm showing off my Blink 182 swag. That's my sign California when they got back together. No DeLong, but you know. Food, what's up? Where are you? And I'm so sorry. I cannot sleep. I cannot dream tonight. Yeah, anyway. Yes, I will be in MC Atlanta. They'll be in Missouri? Oh, that's not Shaky Knees at all. I don't know where Missouri is. Demko, I've been playing for just over 20 years. I got started in Apocalypse. There was an expansion called Apocalypse. It was the end of an invasion of the invasion block. Invasion, plane shift, Apocalypse. Spider-Man, reveal yourself to us. Yeah, we can mix some Blink and some Spider-Man. You're really like between Blink 182 and Spider-Man and Magic the Gathering. Like if somehow Halo came out of nowhere and it was like first-person shooters interconnected with this at the same time, you would have all of my interests and hobbies in one spot. Because you can see baseball behind me. I got my signed baseball jerseys and stuff over here. We just need the first-person shooter angle, and then all of my hobbies are in one. Yeah, dude, Food, that's gonna be so fun, man. I'm really looking forward to Atlanta. I'm really looking forward to Atlanta. Food, when are y'all coming in? I gotta get on the ball about planning some stuff. 15 minutes? No, I got 43, bro. Look at this. Friday at 6:30 for some reason. They just keep shifting things on me. I didn't get to be an ambassador for this. It is what it is. It sucks. I really wanted to be. But mainly it just meant free shit for me, which, you know, it is what it is. I don't get free shit for the Spider-Man set. But I'm gonna be making videos. Thursday before the con, super early. That's good to know. That's very good to know. Do you already have plans? Harvinger, bro, I actually have been working on a customization of In Spirit where I'm going to turn this into the Infinity. And I can't remember. Oh, let's look it up together, Joel. I have the internet. I have a computer and all of the internet right here in front of me. There's so many things we can do. What was the name of the red, white, blue Surge from what's his name? From Street Fighter? No plans? Okay, food time. I love that. You will have plans. Don't make them. What determines ambassador for a set? RJ, sometimes it seems like a dice roll. I think random is like the best that anybody can say. You could ask other MTG creators. I think they would agree is that like, it's kind of random. I mean, everybody from 10 subs up to a professor can get in on it, and it rotates around everybody individually. Guile, thank you. Wow, what is Lieutenant Surge, Joel? This isn't Pokemon. Okay, there's an in-universe version of this. Yes. Anyway, this card will be Master Chief. Whenever he enters the battlefield or attacks, you put a charge counter on him, and when you remove a counter this way, it either deals 4 damage to any target, pow, 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 or gains lifelink and indestructible until end of turn. Indestructible? I don't know how to in-universe explain lifelink for the... I mean, that's his shield recharging, right? Anyway, that is going to be Master Chief. I'm gonna get that proxy made for Master Chief, and I'm gonna get in spirit proxied into the Infinity to be the commander. And then I'll have like a secret commander with Emmer the Storm Cleaver, but it'll be Master Chief. That's my plan. So yes, that is my long answer to, yeah, I think a Halo Secret Lair would be pretty sweet. I think it'd be alright. I'd be into it. I'd probably buy it. Count, don't start with the Spider-Man puns already, brother. We're barely into this. Let's have a little foreplay before we get into the dirty, alright? Yeah, food, right? Dude, when I found this, and I was like, and it has to do with charge counters? And it can just like sling damage like it's shooting a gun? Oh my god. It spoke to me. I was like, well, there's my Master Chief. Does this matter? Bro, I am one of, gotta be a few, Magic creators with a custom Batman deck video on the internet. Been there, done that, dog. But yeah, Batman Secret Lair would be sick. That's the only DC character I really care about, but I really, really care about Batman. I loved Batman as a kid. Oh, man. And so... that... yeah, dude. I mean, I'm assuming we got to get done with the Marvel stuff first. I guess we could get Marvel and DC going at the same time. Yeah, food. Me and you are on the same page. I would assume it's going to be after. Having that, but dog. Ooh, man. Having those in standard at the same time. That would be pretty hype, right? Welcome back to Pro Tour Arkham City. Today's top 2 meta decks, we've got Harley Quinn Batman facing off against Spider-Gwen combo. Rick, what do you think about this matchup? Hell yes. Man, so many people would hate that. So many people even hearing me say that are like, I don't know if I'm supposed to celebrate or cringe. Probably cringe. But it's where it's going. It would be cool to have a Batman v Superman Pro Tour final. I'm just gonna rage bait for the rest of the stream. Give me K-pop Demon Hunters as the best draft archetype. And then the finals is Batman v Superman. DJ, you've got a custom Dune deck? Do you have pictures you can send? I would love to show those off. I want to see that. But yeah, go look up if you want to see my Batman deck. I actually don't know how it's aged. Let's look it up together. How has it aged, chat? Looking up Batman Commander deck. If it's not... Oh, it's the second option. All right. Magic Arcanum. Magic Arcanum's got me. I gotta redo this one. Spectre, what's up? With only flavor. Are you a friend of Spider-Man? Oh man, look at the age of this one. It sort of rides the line between two worlds. On the one hand, you're gonna see a customized
Look at that
deck. I really wanted a Batman Commander deck, and so I really tried to choose some flavorful cards to represent certain aspects.
I'm not going to copyright
Batman,
strike myself,
comics,
you know?
the movies, just the mythos in general. On the other hand, I really wanted to have a playable Commander deck. I didn't just want it to be only for fun with only flavorful choices, and I think I've accomplished both things. This video is sponsored. It was, yeah, basically Batman was Chromium the Mutable, because Batman could turn into Bruce Wayne, and Bruce Wayne's untouchable. But also, 7/7, that's a flying punch, and obviously Batman shows up out of nowhere. I thought Chromium was perfect. And then I just made it like a Flash deck. It was all about Flash. Oh, I did put a Kryptonite Spear in there so you could stab somebody and lose the game. Yeah, it was equipment for Batman. And then Flash synergy. You can play historic spells as though they had Flash. Robin was Raph. Stuff like that. Mother of Runes to protect Batman. Cunning Knight. Oh yeah, more spells with Flash reducers for Nightwing. Yeah. Look at this art. Holy shit, I forgot I found this dope art of him upside down. This is the kind of like superhero card things that I can't... This is just so cool. Such a dope piece. Really just what I felt looked best does. I just went around the internet and did a lot of searching for stuff that would fit well and stuff that, you know, kind of looked... I did aim for like one aesthetic of Batman. This one. I was all in on this visual version of Batman and Gotham and all the other characters. I tried to stick around that. We got 34 minutes until the reveal. Let's go over what's going to happen today. So I'm going to be chatting, reacting, probably squealing, maybe some crying. Possible peeing, but I did go to the bathroom before this started. Yeah, I probably won't pee. What I'm saying is I'm going to be interrupting this. I might be pausing. I can't stop adjusting this. Might be pausing, might be talking over it. If that's going to bother you, you're in the wrong place. But if you want to hang out and react to this in real time with me, you're in the right place. You're in the very right place. Right now, we got 30 minutes. Yeah, Batman the Elder Dragon, right? Yeah, you got to do what you got to do when you got Godzilla treatment cards. Jim Lee Batman? Yeah, I'm not even sure. Google. Oh yeah, Food. I know, man. Honestly, Food, when the Warcraft set happens, we collabing, dog. I'm gonna need your expertise. I'm gonna call you in as my... I had Final Fantasy experts. I'm gonna have a World of Warcraft expert on speed dial. Human bat hero? No, I don't think he's like genetically modified, so... Man bat would be a bat. Not a hero, though. But that would be a bat type. Oh, Brad. Same. That's half the appeal of heroes are the villains, right? That's half the appeal of the whole comic thing. Is the bad guys. I want a dope Mysterio card. I want a Mysterio commander that seriously gives people headaches. Illusions. A Doc Ock? Oh my god, dude, there's just so much. It'd be dope if there was some way to do like a Sinister Six deck and have like Norman Osborn maybe as a flip commander that was 5 color be at the head of that. That would be pretty dope. Demko, hang on, let me write that down. Muppets Universe Beyond. I'm calling you, bro. Yeah, he do be acting like a goblin. Yeah, well, I mean, Ryan, he took a medicine, right? Or he done not a medicine, but like a serum. A science goo. He put science goo in his body. That's canon. Yeah, Brett, I still want it to be balanced. I would be fine like the Sinister Six showing up in it. I just want a Sinister Six commander deck for sure. Where they, you know, pop out to cause mayhem. 90s Cartoon Network? Yeah, dude, I could get in on that with you. Watch some Johnny Bravo back in the day. I'm talking Johnny Quest, I mean, like go back. Old Cartoon Network. Well, old for me when I was a kid. DC greater than Marvel in the last 3 years. In what way? There's so many properties. Movies, I think. Movies. New Batman movie was great. Agree. Superman movie was great. I really enjoyed it. Peacemaker. Haven't watched it yet, but plan to. I enjoyed the Superman movie enough that I do want to go back and watch Peacemaker now. Spec. Hang on, I'll get to you. Peacemaker. Penguin. Dog. Penguin, the show, was so good. I have to give full agreement on that one. Penguin was... What is the actress's name? Penguin actress. Kristen Milioti. Dude. The woman who played Sophia Falcone made the whole show. Obviously, Penguin was dope. But her as Sophia Falcone. Man. What a good show. Victor's character, all of that was great. Now, Old Adult Swim. I played my son the theme from SWAT Cats the other day on the way to school. I was like, you're gonna sit through this whole thing. What is this, Dada? I was like, this is one of the best theme songs that's ever existed. It's in the upper echelons with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers theme song. If you can't tell, I like electric guitars in my theme song openings. Oh, Mike, I don't even... SWAT Cats, Godzilla, the one that had Godzuki in it, Johnny Bravo, all the silly stuff too. Scooby-Doo, obviously, that was on a lot then. The season 1 theme. All right, yeah. After they shoot the mud monster. You know what I'm talking about. This guy knows what I'm talking about. Yes, the mother from How I Met Your Mother was excellent in Penguin. That scene, and I won't spoil it for people that watched it. The scene, the episode where she takes the little girl out to the greenhouse to sleep for the night. That scene, that whole episode was insane. There were multiple moments and episodes of that show that were crazy. But that was one of the wildest episodes of TV. Woo! Absolutely nuts. Oh, you do, Spec? Oh, that's good. No, food. I watched the first couple of minutes. I haven't had time today. I've been working all day and I had to, we're leaving for vacation tomorrow morning. And so I've been doing other stuff all day knowing that I had to work tonight. What is get to work tonight? Not have to. Love to. We got 27 minutes until Spider-Man debuts. That's what we're here to do tonight. But yeah, she was great in Penguin. Oh man, we got off subject. We are flying all over the place. We're swinging all over the city here today. All right, Count. You now have my blessing to begin. Oh yeah, we talked about Halo. I felt like there was a question that I wanted to answer that I missed. Yeah, anyway. I started playing around Apocalypse. The first rare that I opened that I remember was Desolation Angel. And damn, man, I thought that card looked so dope when I opened that as a kid. I was like, this dark fantasy game. I gotta play some more of this. And now I'm sitting here in a Spider-Man mask. Oh, that's a good beer pong team name. Sour Weasel. My beer pong partner was actually Dom from Garage the Gathering. We were college beer pong partners, and me and Dom, our team was Boom Goes the Dynamite. That was our beer pong team name. I need some beer pong team names in chat. I know everybody's got a couple beer pong team names. Let's go. Yeah, man, there was a lot of SWAT Cat love. What were the characters' names? I do not remember that. I clearly remember the theme song and that whole opening of them flying around the city and blowing up that mud monster and being like, all right, yeah. We'll never know, Freezy. We'll never know. Legacy weapon? Oh, that's a cool one to be like your first rare that you stick to. Team Ramrod. Come on, Madamus. T-Bone and Razor. Man, there was this old goofy movie. It was one of those like The Room where you watch it because it was bad. And one of the catchphrases in that movie was the main character would go, stay sharp. And the other character would go, like a razor. And I don't know what movie it's from, but we would constantly say that. We would constantly say that in college after we watched that movie. That's what that makes me think of. Stay sharp, like a razor. Oh yeah, I was trying to see what you're talking about. Does this matter? Oh, Mike said, my bets for next year's Ubi sets are Game of Thrones, Looney Tunes, and X-Men. I do think... I don't know, it's tough. I don't think that they are aligning their sets with the MCU releases. That would be my guess, would be, okay, let's, you know, next year, let's do whatever set's gonna have like Doom in it, Fantastic Four, right? Or the multiverse set, if they're gonna do that, or like the Avengers set. Honestly, yeah, the Avengers movie's coming out at the end of next year. Do the Avengers set next year. Because I would guess with the Marvel sets, there's going to be X-Men, there's going to be Avengers, and there's going to be something cosmic. Because we have 3 more sets coming, right? That we are guaranteed, or is there 5 total? I can't remember how many were announced. But I would assume that's like the big delineations, right? X-Men, Avengers, I guess street level. But we could see Spider-Man encompass a lot of that, because Spider-Man would be a good heading for just all the street level stuff if they wanted to do that. Yeah, I actually think that would be a good way to do it. Because, I mean, nobody's going to buy the Defenders as a set or anything. But with Spider-Man, like, I would assume this set we're going to get Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Jessica... Like, we'll get all of those characters. Daredevil and Elektra? Like, where the hell else would you put them? You're not going to have like an all martial arts Marvel set. Like maybe you could do Iron Fist and that whole team with like that whole side of Marvel with like Doctor Strange, kind of connect it to the Mystic Arts. And so the martial arts and Mystic Arts set is all one and you call it Doctor Strange. I don't know. 3 sets? Are we definitely getting a second stone in this set? I thought we were just gonna get the one stone. Three ninjas. Wait, is that what I was? No. I'm confused. I bet we'll get TMNT. Who owns TMNT? Nickelodeon. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're already doing... Yeah, Brad, I thought I read 5 sets as well. Cassiano, a Dark Tower UB would be dope, but I don't think that that's heavy enough to carry something. I bet you could do a whole Stephen King set. That would be pretty sick, actually. But you probably really just want to do like a bonus sheet with references in the next Duskmorn set, right? Yeah, Nickelodeon. So, I mean, we're already working with Nickelodeon on Avatar, right? That seems like a no-brainer. Everything that's over there will come through. But who knows? Hopefully, finally, as they debut this set, this will give us some idea of how they're going to run this whole thing. Yep, SpongeBob was Nickelodeon too. That's right. That was our first big clue that Avatar was a probability for the end of the year. Yeah, I would assume TMNT would be a secret layer as well. Yeah, Garage. It's either Universal or Nickelodeon, right? We were speculating about potential UBs that we see next year. Like I was speculating that the Marvel one will be Avengers because Doomsday. But then I was also like, have they been aligning any of this with the MCU anyway? I think they just do their own thing. Now that would be dope, Travis and OK Dude, if they had a secret layer that was the deeper cut Nickelodeon stuff that wouldn't sell on its own. A Cat Dog Commander? Ren and Siri? That seems like a no-brainer, right, Travis? That's such a good idea. But stuff like Ren and Stimpy, stuff like Courage the Coward. No, Courage was actually Cartoon Network, wasn't it? I don't really have an opinion on Harry Potter or Game of Thrones. I doubt because of, like, socially, I don't think they'll do Harry Potter, but maybe Hasbro makes them. We'll see. Strixhaven is second next year, right? And then Game of Thrones. I never even watched that show, and I haven't read the books, so that's not really an IP I know anything about. As far as I can tell, that was an IP that was one of the best of all time that now has gone to one of the most tarnished of all time and is, like, trying to dig itself out, right? With... Yeah, Matt, salute your shorts. Hell yes. I doubt it'd be Skyrim. They'd probably do Oblivion. Isn't it Oblivion Scrolls? That's the whole thing that the whole lore is built around over there. Yes, I know I need to watch Game of Thrones. Everybody seemed so disappointed by it, though. Why do I want to put that much time into something that everybody was like, damn, the ending sucked? I guess I do encourage people to watch Ozark. Ozark's one of my favorite shows of all time, but I'm also like, you don't need to watch the back half of the back season, of the last season, because it kind of ruins the whole thing. But everything up till then is TV perfection. Salute Your Shorts? Yeah, Salute Your Shorts was dope. First 5 seasons of Game of Thrones? Yeah. Garage said you don't need to. I mean, I get it, right? I've absorbed enough of it from the, you know, media zeitgeist. I know the characters. I know most of the story. I've seen the Red Wedding. But we shall see. I'm very hopeful. Like I was saying, I'm hopeful that this debut today will show us what we can expect from Marvel going forward, because you have to assume, like, that Final Fantasy set was so well done across the board. Minus collector availability, which I think maybe for them might have been a feature and not a bug. That set was so well done. And I just can't imagine that they don't have a set like that for Marvel planned where they're going to pull out all the stops. So it's like the Spider-Man set turned out to be this like stop off first run. And so, you know, me breathing full copium now, maybe it gets to the point where next year the Avengers set is just the dopest shit. And we'll see in like a year, like a month, right? At Vegas on Friday. Vegas. Damn, I keep calling Atlanta Vegas. In Atlanta on Friday, we are getting the big 2026 reveals, where we learn nearly every set that we're going to get next year. And we probably get a real deeper dive into the first set of next year, which is Lorwyn Eclipsed, and the second set of next year, which is Return to Strixhaven? What are they calling it? Strixhaven. It's totally not Harry Potter. What are they calling that set? Strixhaven, we're not associated with that nasty lady. But today we should get a look at some of the collector pieces, some of the bonus sheet stuff. Probably won't get any secret layer looks, but that'll be next week, most likely. When all this stuff starts dropping, you'll start seeing some of those things roll out over the next week or two. This whole preview season, I think, is going to go pretty fast, comparatively. Strixhaven Electric. Richard, what are you scared of with next year's releases? Lorwyn should be dope, and that set is being the lead designer on Lorwyn is the lead designer of Tarkir Dragonstorm. They knocked that set out of the park. I am fully confident that Lorwyn is going to be dope as hell. I haven't looked deep enough into Strixhaven yet. Like I said, I've been researching for the Lorwyn video. I haven't started researching the Strixhaven set. Secrets of Strixhaven. Thank you. That is correct. It looks correct. Tezzeret in the small underground room of things that no one knows. I'm very much hopeful for Lorwyn Eclipsed. Simply that I read that it's the same lead designer as Tarkir Dragonstorm, which was so choice. And the first time we went to Strixhaven was dope. The bonus sheet was particularly cool. I really liked that bonus sheet with the Japanese alternates. Did you hear about the draft night product for Lorwyn that's 12 packs and a collector booster for 100? No, I haven't looked into that yet. Yeah, Food, I want to know what the... So I'm assuming there will be a third... I want to know what the, like, Clash set is, because that's the third in-universe set next year. We've got Lorwyn, Strixhaven, and then what they've been talking about is like a War of the Spark style thing. After that, let's see if we can pull it up. Gen Con. Oh, that. Oh, I see. Okay. Strixhaven's also a D&D setting? Cornelius, is that after it was developed as a Magic setting, or was it a D&D setting first? Kaldheim Return would be dope. We're due for a snow set. We haven't had a snow set in a while. Modern Horizons 2, was that last time we got... Was Modern Horizons 2 snow covered? Which one of those was snow covered? That was the last one we got, right? No, honestly, isn't Jay supposed to be the bad guy, DJ? Aeropresser, me too, bro. You're only gonna find hype from me over here. I'll get criticized for it, but I like the things I like. And I'm not going to be ashamed of that. I'm going to put on my Spider-Man mask and be present for the stream. Okay, so this doesn't even have... This doesn't even have the lists yet. I don't know. I've been gathering... I haven't read the stories. I've been gathering the lore. Okay, so we got Lorwyn first. Then we got Strixhaven. And then we got this one. Ziplining is the capstone set for the 3-year Metronome story arc, and that's all the way back to March of the Machine. So this time next year, we'll be seeing the finale of the... What's it called? Omen Paths storyline. That's all we know right now. But this is what we get full info on. Oops. This is what we get full info on at Atlanta on Friday. By the way, I don't know if y'all saw... Oh, my computer's acting not lovely right now. I don't know if y'all saw... Yeah, Steven, bro, that was the first thing I said when they said, oh, this is Friday night at 6:30 Eastern. I was like, dog, don't you want us to go to Friday Night Magic? No, M&A, we haven't started quite yet. We are 9 minutes and 46 seconds out. Get hyped. We're under 10 minutes. Go use the bathroom, grab a drink. We are going to be watching, like I said, I'm going to be talking over I'm going to say all that again. It's all good. We'll hit that again in a second. I don't know if y'all saw that lead design on Spider-Man was Corey Bowen. And I don't know if you know Corey's resume, but this is Corey's resume of sets that he's either designed or developed. And the ones that he was the lead for are marked. Do you see a certain word that happens many times that may be a word that we are interested in? Yeah, there you go. Just tell him to turn me on in your LGS. Boom. When I saw this today, I was, as a Commander player, pretty excited to see it. Mike, that is one thing that I really hope we see in this debut as well. And I don't know if they will, because Marvel would probably be like, yo, don't show that off in the same video. But I am eager to see what the hell's going to happen on Arena. The best theory, I was talking about this last night, the best theory that I've seen so far for what they're going to do with the Arena set is that it's going to be placed on Ikoria. And the human will have bonded with a spider. So that in that like team up creature type like you saw in Bloomburrow, you may get, you know, human spider, because it's a person fighting alongside a spider or on top, like riding a spider. And so it's Spider Island of Ikoria. I like that theory. I think it holds a little bit of water. I've also, people talked about Bloomburrow, obviously, because you had like, you know, bird, what did you have, like bird otter as creature types in that? And there was just like teamed up creatures. And then you have the team ups from March of the Machine. Those were like, you know, a Vampire Angel, right, for Linvala and Drana. So there's precedent. There's precedent. You've got Jank suggested when we were playing Commander Night last night that, you know, you've got scientists. You've got a lot of scientist creature types in this story. And so maybe it's, you know, Evil Island on Ikoria, and some bad guy there has tried to turn everybody into spiders or something. I don't know. It's going to be weird, man. I am very eager to see what the hell's going to happen with it. How many of the Pokebro and Final Fantasy fans stuck around? A ton. Okay, dude, we had at least claimed, I mean, we're, you know, as much as we can prove anything. Rosewater claimed that the... Sorry, Google on my phone was answering a question it thought I asked. Rosewater claimed that the holdover from Final Fantasy was thumbs up. I mean, I don't, and how are they feeling about Spider-Man? I don't know. I don't care. I think, honestly, man, if they just keep delivering well-designed sets that have good, fun, playable cards, I think everybody's going to be okay. I think we're all going to be okay. I think everything's going to be fine. And at this point, I have decided not to question it until I am burned, because the Final Fantasy set was fantastic. I was so skeptical going into that. I was like, this is going to be the first Magic set where I don't care. Because I don't care about the IP. I've never played any of the games. And it's not Magic. It doesn't even feel like Magic, like Lord of the Rings kind of did. Like, I could kind of see that. One of my favorite sets of all time. Easy top 5. I'd have to sit down and think about my top 3. But dude, never questioning it again. They blew it out of the water. That set was dope. Broke every record that existed. I don't know, Lance. They've succeeded for a long time. No, that worst sets ever. That, I understand why EDA Trek does that, and they even explain it a little bit of tongue-in-cheek, but like the recency bias of that list, is anybody know what we're talking about? Mike is talking about earlier in the week, EDA Trek listed the community voted top 10 worst sets ever. Worst MTG set. Dun, 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 dun. Latest. Yeah, I mean, giving them benefit. I'm always going to get, I love the guys over at EDA Trek. Those guys are great guys. And so I'm going to give them benefit of the doubt that they're not just posting rage bait. They literally ran what is making noise? Oh! Yo, that totally caught me off guard. We'll look at that later. Yo. Dude! Oh. We're Spider-Manning now. Chat, the time has arrived. We'll look at that EDA Trek list later. Basically, EDA Trek let the community vote on the worst sets of all time, and it was littered with so much recency bias, it was insane. Oh, Garage. Bro. The engagement for that had to be insane. Had to be ridiculous. Chat, if you're new here, my name is Joel. I've been playing the game for over 20 years, been talking about it on the internet for nearly a decade. Today we've got the reveal of Spider-Man. You can see the countdown right there. The way these reveal streams work, this is how they typically go. Everyone's a little different. But this will be a video that is going to slam a lot of cards at us really, really fast. Some of them I'm going to pause on and interrupt the video. Some of them I'm not. We're just going to keep moving. We're going to try and keep moving through this first part because it moves so fast. And then we'll go back and catch stuff later. But we do want to get like initial, like let's just read the whole card. Sometimes they don't even give us time for that. I'll be talking over it. Probably memeing over it. Garage, I haven't even done my bone saws ready yet. I'm saving it. 3 minutes of playtime. So basically what I'm trying to say is I talk over this the whole time. If you want, if you're watching now or if you're watching after the fact and you want an untalked over experience, uninterrupted living for your Spider-Man viewing pleasure here. Yo, is this YouTube or does... Oh, it's a PAX thing. Dog, I seriously thought Wizards was advertising Zinni and was like, we got to get that affiliate code going with Zinni. And Displate, I was like, yo, is Wizards really? That'd be really funny if Blake came out and was like, hey everybody, welcome to Spider-Man. First off, I want to start by saying big shout out to Zinni and Displate, our corporate sponsors for this Spider-Man set. Use the QR code up there and get 10% off. Use code Blake. No, it's PAX. It's not Wizards. I thought it was Wizards for a second. Makes more sense that the convention has sponsors. That is how that works. Speaking of, shout out to the channel sponsors. Card Conduit, the best place to sell your cards quickly and easily on the internet. Send that stack of unused cards you got that's worth 50 cents or more. Put that in an envelope, send it to Card Conduit. They're going to sell it for you and send you cash. That's all you got to do. They're going to take a little fee, but they did the work. Use the code Joel, you get some percentage off your fees. Also, TCG Player, best place to buy your cards online. Have stores compete for your wallet. Dragon Shield, the best sleeves in the entire world. And pertaining to nothing, I've never heard of Dragon Shield using AI to extend their artwork and not just hire artists to do the work. Also, Moxfield. Shout out Moxfield, the only place to put your deck lists on the internet. And they've got a fantastic playtest environment. There, I said it. Come at me, Watsy. I'm gonna cause problems. I'm gonna get dropped. Big shout out to the sponsors of the channel. Thank you very much for allowing me to think about and talk about Magic the Gathering here on the channel. Oh man, I have been looking forward to this one since they announced it, dude. This is crazy that it's happening right now. Thanks, Buzz. Good to see you. Steve, what up? Oh, dude, yeah, I mean, I'm sitting here at 6:30, haven't eaten dinner. Chopping Monster Energy down. 1:22. Okay, I'm gonna run and go grab another Monster BRB. Got him. It's 11:30, Julian. That sucks. Oh! All right, let me get some spiders in chat. I need spider webs in chat. Do we have spider emojis? Here's your change. That's when he's fighting Doc Ock. You know what I'm saying? Here we go, chat.
Welcome, PAX West. Oh, what a fantastic crowd already.
It is Blake.
I am
Everybody use the code.
so excited. I am bursting with excitement.
Use code
to be here today,
BLAKE for display. 30% off your first
panel
displayed order.
for Magic the Gathering's next set, Marvel Spider-Man. Let's hear who here in the audience is a Spider-Man fan.
This guy.
All right, I want to get a sense of the mix
on.
here. Who here is a Magic the Gathering fan?
This guy.
There we go.
There's nobody there.
Who likes both?
We should have all gone. The power of the
That's
sun
me
in the
too.
palm of my hand.
I'm your host, Blake Rasmussen, and this is a dream for me because my first love when I was 13 was Magic the Gathering. But my second love, not too long after that, was comic books. I was working in a bookstore, and I discovered comic books. I could read an entire one during my break, and then move on and come back and pick up the next issue the next time it came around. But what really cemented me as a comic book fan was Spider-Man. To be more specific,
This is the PR
Ultimate
guy for
Spider-Man.
Wizards, Julian.
This is
I
Ron,
think you're
yep.
making a joke.
So the original Ultimate Universe, I got hooked when, like 20-plus year spoiler alert, when they actually killed Ultimate Peter Parker.
There's more
and
people
brought on
here
Miles Morales.
chilling with us watching the
Miles
Spider-Man
Morales
reveal
is
than are
still
hanging
one of
out
my
there.
favorite comic book moments of all times is when he saved the multiverse with a hamburger to the Molecule Man. Just absolute peak. But now that I'm a little older and a dad, I have cosplayed as Peter B. Parker. I am currently reading the new run of Ultimate Spider-Man. Issue 20 just came out this week. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. Fantastic rendition. But that really is the magic of Spider-Man. Everyone here can see themselves somewhere in the Spider-Verse. And so we at Wizards of the Coast, we really hope that we have done that magic justice. And so today, we're going to show you a bit from the set. We're going to talk a lot about mechanics. We're going to show you some heroes. We're going to show you a lot of villains. This show's villain heavy. If you love the foes of Spider-Man,
yeah.
we have a lot of them. We're going to show you art. We're going to show you like really cool characteristics of Spider-Man's New York, all of that stuff. And we hope we do it justice. But to do that, I have some friends of mine from Wizards of the Coast who are going to come out here. Now, if you've seen us...
Okay, so in a first chat...
We're going to do it a little bit different. Normally, we bring everyone out here and everybody...
Yeah, I think this one's a little different. Like I said, they're all a little different.
People are going to come on. They can go off.
This is obviously a live stream of the PAX panel.
We're going to talk through all...
I thought maybe this would happen, but I thought maybe this would be the after show. Typically, they have like an after show for these things where they sit around and it's way more casual, and they have like a produced piece that's, you know, 5 to 10 minutes long at the beginning. I was kind of hoping we were going to get that. Oh, what Rosewater wear? Check out the New Balance. Yeah, baby, called it!
Mark, but why don't you give us
White
a
New Balance is
introduction
shining in the morning
yourself, a little
sun.
bit, you know, in my
Evening
Spider-Man
sun.
story. I kind of want to hear yours.
Sure. Okay. Well, this October is my 30th anniversary at Wizards of the Coast, working on Magic. And since 2003,
Oh
I've been
man,
a
it's gonna be a second
designer.
before we get to
That's
cards, chat.
Magic. So when I was a little kid, I remember I woke up one day, my dad had bought comics from the local store, and he just left them for me to find when he woke up. One of those was a Spider-Man comic, and it started a lifelong love of comics. In fact, when we began doing Universes Beyond, the thing I was most excited about is one day, maybe we would do Marvel. And so the fact that we got to make Marvel Magic has been so exciting.
All right, so beside your boyhood dream, what is it about comic books and Spider-Man that makes it such a good fit for Magic?
So one of the things when we're making a Magic card, we want to make a card that really speaks out and does
I get it,
something
but
and
come on.
dramatic and has some really cool effect. Well, Marvel's full of superheroes that have amazing
Steve,
powers.
don't do that to me.
Drawn to look as cool as they could look. Like, you know, comics are a visual medium. So, like,
Joining us
it was,
now
like,
is Mark
tailor-made
Rosewater's
for
father.
Magic
Mark,
cards.
tell
If
us
you
the
guys
story
ever see
from your
today,
perspective.
Like, the cards really, like, you see the character, like, oh, I know what I'm doing. The cards kind of speak for themselves because the characters are so three-dimensional, have such cool ideas, and then they just make really fun Magic cards.
So let's jump in.
I love Mark. I'm not criticizing Mark. Yeah, there you go. I want to see cards, right? Like I'm like everybody right now.
Comic-Con, we showed
Love
off,
Mark, very
the
smart.
double
Worked
face
there for 30
cards. We,
years.
for the first time ever, had cards that were both modal and they transform. And we showed off Peter Parker and Spider-Man and Miles and Gwen, but we didn't show off any villains.
Here we
So our
go.
first card up today
The good
is
commander
a
options for
reporter,
villains.
I believe from the Daily Bugle, who has a beef
Eddie Brock,
with Peter
baby.
Parker.
Jund.
Let's take a look at Eddie Brock.
Jund Venom.
All right, tell us a little bit about Eddie Brock here, Mark.
So Eddie Brock, he was not a fan of Peter Parker, a little bit things didn't quite go his way, and
A
he was kind of
3-mana
really mad at
Reza
Peter.
1-mana
And
creature.
it turns out that there's
Or 0,
a
I guess.
symbiote from across the galaxy that had a beef with Spider-Man, and the two came together because they learned they had a shared enemy among them, and they obviously became Venom.
All right, let's see the other
so
side.
We see here the front side, Eddie Brock. Let's take a look at Venom.
Menace, trample, haste,
Protector.
5/5 attacks. You can sacrifice a creature. If you do, draw X cards.
So one of
Then
the
you can put a
fun things,
permanent
and like I
card with
said,
mana
the
value
green cards
X
you
or
get
less
sort
from
of
your hand
faster.
onto the battlefield,
And
where
Venom
X is the
just such a
sacrifice
fun,
creature's
lovable
mana
character.
value.
We did do something really cool here, by the way. So Venom obviously started as a villain. He got his own comic for a while. He was a hero.
Wow.
He kind of goes back and forth between being hero and villain.
That's pretty cool.
So in Marvel, we do a lot of typo with hero and villain. So he got to be both a hero and a villain.
Oh,
So
that's
your hero deck
dope.
can play him, and your villain deck can play
Yeah,
him.
that's cool.
Well, I promised the fans villains.
Symbiote
This
hero villain.
delivers a bit. It
Yes. I
delivers a
like
bit,
that.
but I want to go deep into the villainy
Okay.
of the Spider-Verse. So let's behold the Sinister
This is a dope
Six
one, dude.
Next.
Oh,
Okay, so in the
Oh,
very first
whoa.
annual Spider-Man, they were trying to come up with what.
Well, this is what I was
cooler
talking
than
about,
Spider-Man
right?
Fighting a
No,
supervillain?
dude, Garage,
And answer
the
was
Miles one was
Six
sick.
supervillain.
I love
I
that they go
remember.
right to 6.
Right
I
to
don't.
six.
I can't tell you off the top of my head what it does, but I remember reading the Miles one and being like, "That one's sick." I can pull it up. I have the power of the sun in the palm of my hand.
Sinister Six that appeared in that first Spider-Man annual. And what
This is
better,
a dope card.
It's a card that actually references 6 creatures. It reanimates 6 different creatures. This is in my
Enters,
teaser
put a
for those that
+1/+1
read my
count on
teaser
each of up to 2
Spider-Man.
target creatures. Transform for
Anyway,
6
this
or
is,
play for 6.
make a
First
deck
strike
with a lot
haste
of
4/3,
villains,
pay
put 'em
2,
in your
gains
graveyard,
hexproof and
and come
colorless
back.
until end of turn. Put a
And we're
counter
gonna
on
show
it.
you those villains. So we'll
Attack,
have to
double the
start
number of
with
each
this
kind of count on
artwork
each
so that
spider and
you can
legendary creature you control.
imagine
That's not
playing with
that's
these
not
six
bad.
with me. Like, we're going to show you
pretty
each
dope.
of these villains. Now we are going to start with
Oh
one you
yeah,
might
this
have
is sick.
already
This is
seen.
immediately
We've already
going in
reviewed it,
Dahada.
but he's also
Like Dahada
the
just got a
leader
new
of the
card
original.
automatically.
So let's see Dr. Octopus.
Okay, so we did show this off at San Diego Comic-Con. You'll notice
Yeah,
that
we've seen
he,
this one.
helps villains. He's a villain typo card. And that's because he is the leader. He put together the original Sinister Six. And Doc, I mean, how can you not do Doc Ock? Doc Ock is such a fun villain. He has a little 8 theme in his card. And obviously, since he controls villains,
It does cost
you want
7.
other villains for your deck.
That's obnoxious.
Like, let's see, Vulture Scheming Scavenger.
Okay, so this is Adrian
Jeez,
Toombs,
6
who,
mana uncommon.
is an inventor. He invented himself a pair of wings.
Oh,
Started
yeah.
robbing
Other
people,
villains
robbing
you control
banks.
gain
He ended
flying
up
until
becoming
end
a
of
foe
turn.
of Spider-Man. No, I will point out, you notice he is hybrid. So we're going to introduce, there's a new draft we're going to talk about a little bit later.
Pick 2.
And in order to help facilitate that, there's more hybrid in the set. And so you'll see a bunch of hybrid cards today, and that really helps sort of, it helps make the limited work better. So this is a good example of some of the hybrid stuff you'll be seeing.
All right, next up we have one of my favorite villains. We're going to see my favorite villain later in this presentation, but one of my favorite villains in this one, Mysterio, Master.
Here we go. This is the one I wanted to see.
So Mysterio.
Okay, one
basically
color.
his
That's
shtick
disappointing.
is he makes
Enters, create a
illusions,
3/3
and Spider-Man never
illusion
knows
for
what's
each
real and what's
non-token
not.
villain you
So we made a
control.
fun
Exile
design
those
with him
tokens
where
when
he
Mysterio
literally
leaves the
makes
battlefield.
illusions.
I hope there's a
that-
multicolor version
like
of him
said,
that I can.
A lot of the design, it's not hard. It's like, oh, what does he do? And they really sort of they lend themselves to cool designs.
Yeah, and I love that this.
I was
one, it scales again
way
with
more
the
into
number of
Venom.
villains
Yes,
that you
yes.
villain deck.
Yeah, you'll notice also as well.
Surely there will be a
the
Mythic
Vulture
Mysterio,
also has
right?
Some villain typo. So the villains all work together.
Yep. All right, let's see our next villain. We've got Sandman with one of the greatest creature type lines we've had in a while. Shifting
Sand
Scoundrel.
elemental
Good old
villain.
Flint Marco. So he is made of. He had an accident. He got turned into living sand. He can
Lands you
turn
control for
himself
3
any shape
mana?
he can think
Ooh.
up. And you'll notice, right? He has a
Oh my
sand
God.
creature type. So in Legends back in 1994,
This card
there was
is
a card that made Sand Warrior token.
So freaking good in the
And we've had
99 of
sand on a
so many
couple
decks that
tokens,
have been
but
built.
we've never
Like the
actually had it
OTJ
on
lands
a
deck,
card
the
before.
obviously the World Seed
But
that just got
Sandman,
built.
How can you not make Sandman sand? So for the
5
first
mana,
time,
return this
we made
and a
Sandman.
land?
This is
Sand
another.
elemental villain.
Yeah, this is another card I teased in my teaser that people figured out. So.
All right, 4 of the 6
Sheesh.
down. Let's take a look
Very
at
good
number
if you're
5,
trying to
Electro
mill
Assault.
things and 7 lands, right? Holy crap.
Okay, so Electro harnesses the power of
Damn, 3 mana again. You don't lose unspent red mana. If you cast an instant sorcery, add a red. Release the battlefield, you can pay X, deal X to a player.
Represent electricity. So he's a very fun card
The
to play.
2 middle lines of text are kind of insane. This will be a ridiculous enabler.
Craven the Hunter.
Multicolor, come on.
So
Okay, that makes
was a
sense.
hunter that was so good.
Creature an
He
opponent
grew
controls with the
bored
greatest
of
power
hunting.
among creatures
And he
that
goes,
player
"I need to-
controls
I need
dies,
to
draw a
hunt
card, and put a
more
counter.
exciting things."
Ooh.
And what is the hardest thing to hunt? The most dangerous
Doomblade
animal?
the deck.
Man. And so he starts hunting Spider-Man. And you'll see on his card, like he cares about how big the creature is. That really fits in the essence of who Craven is as a character.
Only the biggest game for Craven the Hunter. Now we're
I like that he
quite
doesn't have to like
gone
mark
through
them or
the six. We're
anything.
not
It
quite
just
done with the
happens.
Sinister Six because we also wanted to show off a promo card of Behold the Sinister Six. You can see it here. This is a promo version. Mark, why don't you tell the audience how they?
I like
get
the
this
other one.
There's 2 ways to get it.
Okay.
One is in the atrium every day, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. There's going to be a photo opportunity, and that you can get it there.
Yep.
The second way to get it is to be sitting in this audience right now.
Oh, it's already in your pocket.
Don't leave without one. We've got this card for everyone in the audience. All right. So, but if you somehow do miss it, again, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, starting at 3:32 in the atrium photo opportunity. Okay. Well, we're not done with Mark, but we're kind of done with him for now. So we're going to let you go.
Hi, Mark.
We are going to bring out.
I didn't like the art on that promo card.
Chad? Come on out, J-Dean. Come on out. Welcome. All right, have a seat. All right, so J-Dean.
All right, sorry, I had to get down for J-Dean.
Tell us about what Spider-Man means to you, all that jazz.
Yeah, I am J-Dean Clomparents. I am the play design lead for Magic, which means I work on cards in like the last 6 months or so, working on the balance and the final numbers. I kind of got to Marvel a little bit later than most of my colleagues. I was introduced to the characters and plot lines for the first time with the movies while I was in college. And then I got to dive so much deeper while working on this.
Oh, you're
set.
definitely going to see those
And
Sinister
I'm
Six
really
promos on
kicking
eBay.
myself for not
Probably
finding
already.
it sooner, because honestly, I would have loved this as a teenager. And I'm so excited to get to share some of the mechanics with the set with you today.
Yeah, we're going to talk mechanics in this section. Where would you like to start, JD?
Can you pull up Spider-Man India, please?
That's not Spider-Man India. Let's see.
One more.
Almost.
All right.
India with that web-slinging ability.
Return a tapped
so
creature
one of
you
the
control
great
to its
things
owner's
about
hand.
Doing a set all about Spider-Man was getting to make cards for so many different spider heroes and kind of show off the whole
sent away the
breadth of
ad.
Spider-Verse. And one of the things we knew we were going to want to do was have a mechanic to represent Spider-Man's webs.
Hey, Mobius, we can be nice.
As far as superpowers go, the webs of
All these
Spider-Man
people are way
so
better than us at
unique,
designing Magic
just kind
cards.
of
Especially
used in
us,
so many
all of
different
us.
ways by Spider-Man,
Everybody
whether
that's going to
it's
be on the stage today,
transportation around the city,
way better at
rescuing
designing
the
Magic cards than any of us could
bystander,
ever hope to
or
be.
even in combat, kind of restraining the enemy a little bit. And we knew we needed to make a mechanic for this that we could put on many different spider
Gains
heroes
flying
that
until end of
would
turn? Is this a
kind of
Bumbleflower
capture all
card?
of the different ways that
You can
Spider-Man
cast it for
uses the
3
webs.
and return a
So the
tapped
web
creature you
slinging
control to its
ability
owner's
is an
hand. So
alternative
there's going to be
path
some pretty
to
nuts,
casting
like
a
rare and
casting
mythics with
a
that,
card.
right?
It has a different mana cost, almost always cheaper. And you can use
Yeah,
that
Garage.
ability and cast it for that cost.
That's
and
what I'm
also
saying.
return a tapped
I liked how
creature
she
you
approached it. She
control,
was like, look, I didn't read Spider-Man till this year, but I
getting it
freaking
down
love it.
early
I mean, that's how I was with Final
represents the
Fantasy, and that's how I'm going to be with Avatar, right? That's what been one of my favorite parts of Universes Beyond so far, is being introduced to these new IPs that people love.
Maybe it'll be a little bit safer.
Yeah, it's crazy
and then
food,
you'll be
right?
able to reuse
It's almost like
it.
they've been doing this for
The
years.
Enter's abilities it's have, or the set is chock full of different ways to benefit from having more creatures to play. If you take a look at the second line on Spider-Man India, you can see.
Yeah, web slinging seems really cool.
A little cast
As a
for creature spells.
as a
that'll
turn
benefit you for
things
casting them
sideways
just
gamer.
back in your hand.
I like it,
For our
cheaper
next
creatures, and I'm
mechanic,
definitely
I wanna
tapping
go
mine.
to, the costume closet. Let's pull up the next card.
Yeah, so Costume Closet here is featuring the Modified mechanic. Modified is a returning mechanic.
Okay, that makes
used
sense.
it before. Creatures you control that are equipped, enchanted, or have a counter on them are considered modified. and we have cards in the set.
Not a
that
bad
benefit
uncommon.
you for having
So they're showing off
represent all
mechanic
the
cards
different
now. They're not
ways,
trying to get
in
you
the world
hyped
of
on these cards.
Spider-Man
They're trying to
to
just
kind of
show
get a
the
boost from
general
having the right
use
gear
of mechanical
or to
words that
have
they're going to
some
use in this
technology
set.
aiding you. I really love the costume closet here. It's such a great depiction.
Oh yeah,
of all
Survivor
the
mechanic from
different skins,
Duskmorn does work really well with
and
web
just this
slinging.
idea
That's a
that
good.
You can continually get some boosts.
Yeah. All right. We've had two
Get it,
very
Sour. We here.
hero-focused cards in a row, which makes me a little ill. So we're gonna move back to villainy, and in fact, we are going to
That
go,
art's pretty cool.
with maybe Spider-Man's greatest.
Here we
villain. Let's
go.
take a look at Norman Osborn.
Oh my
Yeah, so
God,
there
I
is
want
a
to build
lot
this
on
already.
card.
I'm
This
done.
is one of
I want to
the
build this one.
transforming most
That
double-sided
art
cards that we've
in the
brought you
glass
before and
desk?
seen.
Come
Norman
on,
Osborn here,
dude.
The front side of this card is using the connive mechanic.
Holy
Connive is another
Scott
one
Fisher?
of the returning mechanics in this set.
There better be.
Representing
Oh my
the
God, there better be a
flying
full art version of this one.
behind-the-scenes nature of villainy in the Spider-Man world. So while
Yo,
Peter Parker
flip it
is out
around.
in
Let me
the
see
world
the other
doing
side,
stuff, the
please.
villain are out
Let's
in the field
go.
planning, and you as the player will get to
Oh my God, Dom.
The connive mechanic allows you, and the
Yo!
card is performing the action. You draw a card, then discard a card.
I think this is the hyped as hyped as I've been on the front of one of these so far.
+1 counter on the creature. So you as the player are going to sculpt your hand, get your plans in motion and ready for next, and at the same time, the creatures that are conniving are going to find themselves a little bit stronger.
Dude, Scott Fisher.
Well, and before
was
we see
like-
the backside of this card,
Got it.
I
Understood.
guarantee you can guess
I know
the
what I
name
need to
of
do
it is.
here.
But this isn't the art section, but I have to point out, I love this art.
Dude,
I
yeah,
love
everybody's
seeing
freaking out about Scott
Goblin
Fisher's
in
piece.
Norman Osborn's
Dude, seriously,
reflection.
holy crap, that
There
is so
another
sick.
aspect of his personality, and of course, it signals what
Such
the
a good way to
backside
do it.
looks
You
like.
put him
So
at the
let's take a
desk,
look
so he's not
at
like looking into a mirror, which would have also been a good choice, but
Here's
hell
the
yes,
Green
dude.
Goblin. The time for planning.
Suppose you
is
cast from
over.
your graveyard,
It's
cost
time
2
for
less?
Chaos in the city, represented with the mayhem mechanic.
Mayhem.
So when the villains are out wrecking havoc on the city, we're
Oh, it's
representing
like
that form of
Madness,
villainy with
but
the mayhem
later.
mechanic, which is new for the Spider-Man set. It is another alternative.
Cool new
way to
mechanic.
Play a card. Cards with the mayhem ability. While
They
they're
made
in your
Madness better,
graveyard,
ladies and
you discard
gentlemen.
them this turn. You may cast them for their mayhem cost.
Love it.
So
Hell
Green Goblin
yes.
here is granting the mayhem ability to all the cards in your graveyard. Other cards in the set just have the mayhem ability themselves, and those will all
Each non-land card in your graveyard has mayhem.
The actual cast.
So if you can discard it, okay, infinite discard outlets, somebody get to Scryfall. I can't write this second, but infinite discard outlets in Grixis.
And then eventually you'll find a card you discarded that you actually want to cast, and after you attack that turn, you can transform to the
Honestly,
Green
any of the
Goblin,
madness
give that
or
card you just
cycling,
discarded the mayhem ability and put it back into play.
synergistic stuff.
So just a very cool. Was really awesome
Dog,
to see
this
us find a way to
card
tie
is
both of the villain
sick.
mechanics together on this card, and the whole package turned out awesome.
Well, yeah, I love the story it tells. It's Norman Osborn schemes and connives on one side, and
So good.
the Green Goblin takes.
Yeah, it's
advantage
only
of
this
the
turn,
mayhem
Rich, but
caused
that's
by the
fine.
schemes on the other. It's absolutely
Find
perfect. I love it.
out whatever the discard
All right,
outlets
those
are
the
that are
mechanics we're talking about
infinite.
now, which
You can do it
is
at will,
game.
and it doesn't cost
I'm gonna
anything.
swap
It just
you
says
for
discard a
Corey.
card,
Let's bring
colon.
out
That's
Corey
what we want to
Bowen,
find
everyone.
first. All right, so
Come
now
on,
we're going to
Corey.
see.
All right, welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
All right,
This is
Corey,
lead
you know the
designer
drill
on
by
the set.
now. Tell us a bit about yourself and your love of Spider-Man.
Great, well, thanks for having me, Blake.
Oh my
I'm
God,
Corey
Tortured
Bowen. I'm the
Existence.
lead
Yes,
set
that card
designer,
continues to go up.
on Magic the Gathering Marvel Spider-Man, and
Yeah.
I'm so excited to be here. As for Spider-Man, my experience, I was only
Hey,
like
side note.
6 years old.
I'm sorry I'm talking over his Spider-Man experience, but
Which is how
side
Corey
note.
makes you
Ooh,
feel
Psych
old.
Frog. Yep, there you go. Psychic Frog just
but I
jumped.
grew up with those Spider-Man movies. all
Yeah,
of
yeah,
those
dude.
Spider-Man
Yes, Garage, exactly. It's the Hashaton deck. Hashaton is Grixis,
When
right?
I was young, I remember
Or is Hashaton got white?
Book Day and walking back
I can't
home
remember if
and
Hashaton's
reading
Esper or
different
Grixis.
Spider-Man comics from different Spider-Man runs. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. Yeah,
So
just go
Corey,
look at the
you're here
Hashaton lists
because,
and pull
we're
the
gonna
black
talk
and white,
about a
black
new
and
draft format being introduced.
black and
with this
blue,
set,
black and blue
called
cards.
Pick 2 draft. So give us the overview.
Right. So Pick 2 draft is a brand new way that we have
Okay,
to
so we know what
draft. We
Pick 2
announced
is.
it earlier
Esper?
this
Yeah, yeah,
year.
yeah.
It's got two main differences from a
Oh,
normal
yeah, 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 because it was in the zombie precon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you just go and
every pick. This makes it faster.
right, exactly.
more
It's not the white that's
fluid,
doing the
more
discarding.
speedy and
Nope.
casual. The second difference is you can only draft, or you get to only draft with 4 players instead of 8. So it's so much more accessible, so much easier to get a pod of 4 people together rather than a pod of 8 people together. And for Spider-Man, this is a set that's designed and optimized specifically to make that draft environment work with all of its little idiosyncrasies.
Okay, so like we all have yelled, 7 in the queue before. That's now 3 in the queue. Little easier to get going.
Easier.
Blake, it's not a Magic audience, dog. You're at PAX. It's so funny. That joke would have been great at MagicCon.
I would like to start with green-white.
Here?
please.
Silence.
Well, green-white.
What do you
is an
mean 7 in the
archetype
queue,
where
Blake?
it's where you're gonna find
I like
all
Spider-Man.
of
I've
your
never heard of
Spider
Magic.
heroes within the Spider-Man universe. This is where the web slinging mechanic really comes into play. This deck is all about using web slinging.
UB haters
Play this
don't
deck
love
so
that there's
different
City
ways.
Pigeon
You
in
can
Magic
go
the
out
Gathering
to
now.
Powerful spider heroes. You can collect a bunch of spider heroes and play some cards that buff up all of your spiders. Or you can even
honestly, we might
strange
see a
combo
Tortured
deck that
Existence,
exists
like
within a
Secret
set
Lair
where
reprint
you're
at this
constantly
point.
getting value out of flipping your creatures back and forth from the battlefield in your hand.
Yeah.
And here we have City Pigeon. I love
I was going to
this
say, you were
card.
talking like there wasn't a city pigeon up on the screen.
Yes.
That we all needed to discuss.
I mean, I said we have to show City Pigeon.
We have to show
Look
city
at the
pigeon.
art.
Like, this is a
The
good
donut
example.
around the
Spider-Man
pigeon's neck.
has a setting, right? You see him and all these spiders.
Ooh,
force
yeah,
into
Monument to
New York very
Endurance,
often,
hell
and
yeah.
We wanted to bring the tone of the sets and bring it to a New York City setting with a whimsical tone with something like City Pigeon. I stand by that this card is one of the best commons in the set because it's so powerful as a pigeon. I mean, really, it's just a good enabler for web slinging. You can attack with this evasive creature. It gets tapped very easily and very early on.
Oh, and then you
great to
web
sling
sling
back into your hand,
past
and
the
it makes a
pigeon.
hot dog on the way out, which is perfect.
All right. We're not showing the food token today. We'll get
It
to
is
those.
a hot dog.
God, we got to give the people what we want. All right. Next up, though, we are going to talk about the white-blue archetype. What's going on with white-blue?
Right, so white-blue,
Bro,
it
discard a
uses the
card,
modifier
add a
mechanic
black.
that Jadine talked
Get
about
outta
earlier.
here.
Again, a returning mechanic.
Get outta
this really
here.
is where all of like the characters who are scientifically
Good call, Mike.
modified or are geniuses, or
Spider
you have
suit looks
Spider
dope.
piloted by Penny here. She has this mecha suit, and it's like
Art
this
looks
is an
sick.
attachment that helps
It's an okay
make her a
equipment.
super
It's not a very
formidable
good equipment,
superhero.
honestly.
And we have the spider suit here as well. Like we had to make an equipment that was the spider suit.
Yeah.
So, the spider suit, it's a great thing to equip onto your City Pigeon. and
Absolutely.
start
A city
brawling
pigeon
in.
with a spider suit.
Yes, City Pigeon is underrated.
Oh,
very
man.
strong in this archetype as well. You
Yeah.
gotta put everything
Here
on
we
your City
go.
Pigeon and just start defeating opponents.
Absolutely.
I'm going to equip a
All
spider
right,
suit
new
to a
achievement
City
that I
Pigeon.
need to unlock. All right. Next up, let's talk about blue-black.
Yes, blue-black. This is where the Rogues
Ooh, there's
Gallery of
Prowler.
Spider-Man's iconic cast of villains come into play. This is
Constantly
more of
conniving.
a graveyard deck. You're getting some graveyard value. You're plotting from
I
behind
would have
the
expected
scenes.
Prowler
You're
to
using
deal with
connive to sculpt the perfect
treasure
hand that
tokens.
thwarts Spider-Man. There's also a lot of villain matters in this archetype as well. You can see on this Prowler here, and when a villain enters, Prowler gets to connive. These cards work really well with some of the Mayhem cards you'll
Yep,
find in this
that's
set
cool.
as well.
Steven, have a good draft.
Connive and
Good luck.
Mayhem just naturally work well together.
Right.
And Connive, you get to put counters on creatures to
Appreciate you hanging out.
benefit your modified rewards as well. So everything works really well together, and that was a really important part about getting the pick 2 draft format to be very smooth.
Yep. All right. Next, let's go to red-green.
Right, so every Magic set needs a place to put its big stuff.
There's Rhino.
And here we have Rhino as a huge 7 drop.
7
and we have
mana, sheesh.
Spider-Rex from one of the more recent
Daring
Spider-Verse
Dino.
series.
Yeah, and also, if you haven't been reading the
Vigilance,
flavor text
Trample,
along the
Haste.
way, this is a great place to remind you. Check out the flavor text, especially for Spider-Rex, but it's been fantastic in all
Right.
regards. Anyway, continue on.
This deck, it really wants to play large spells. It has a theme about caring about mana value 4 or greater.
Okay.
And with web slinging and
Yeah, Mike, that
Mayhem
makes sense.
as cost reduction mechanics, you're going to be able to cast spells with mana value 4 or greater without spending 4 mana turn to turn. So this deck really puts those things together and lets us put a dinosaur that's Spider-Man in this set, which is just awesome.
You got it. All right, speaking of Mayhem, let's take a look at our last draft archetype, which is black-red.
Yes, this
We've
is
seen that Green Goblin. We haven't seen the
Mayhem is a very
Goblinoids.
discard-focused archetype. There's so many awesome iterations of Green Goblin or Hobgoblin.
5/4 for haste, and if you can figure out a way to discard it.
To show off more of the chaotic, reckless villains in Spider-Man, and we thought discarding cards and playing them from your graveyard felt very resonant in that way.
Yeah.
So we used the Mayhem mechanic, a new mechanic that harkens that back to an older Magic mechanic, Madness, but it's a lot easier to play with.
It's kind of how Spider-Verse works, Rich.
Fantastic if you're discarding multiple cards in a turn, and Raging Goblinoids is the perfect example of an overcosted creature that you can get out for cheap if you have a great way to discard cards.
Well, and earlier we showed the OG Green Goblin, Norman Osborn. Here we've got Harry. There is another Green Goblin we want to show off at this point for a very specific reason. Let's put Ultimate Green Goblin up here.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, so
Play promo.
this is a promo. We're going to talk about that in a moment. But first, talk about this card.
Beginning of your upkeep. Discard a card and create a treasure.
From the Ultimate Universe, where he is a big hulking goblin. This is one of our favorite Mayhem cards.
That's very interesting.
It's a very powerful Mayhem card. It's also a hybrid rare, which will be in this set as well. We're kind of using hybrid at all rarities to really help that pick 2 draft format.
There's a lot you can do guaranteeing yourself
it lets you discard
a discard and a treasure token every.
But this also lets you achieve your Mayhem turn for turn. And if you already have a Mayhem engine, you could cast this for
you
Mayhem
can do
and
with
get the
that.
card advantage. So we've had a lot of fun playing this card.
The Mayhem is kind of a bummer because if you want to build it out of the command zone.
This one later,
but really,
this
I mean,
promo
I don't know, it's just kind of a weird enchantment, right?
Available at an event called Magic Presents Friendly Neighborhood Draft. That's going to be taking place at your local WPN stores September 26th through November 13th. So check with them when they're running it. It's going to be the first official opportunity to play the Pick 2 draft format in stores. All you have to do to get this card is go undefeated at one of those events. That's all.
Done. So it's
don't
not
lose ever.
Pick the pigeon.
Yeah, Steve, that's what I'm thinking.
You will then receive a
I think there's something here for a really interesting build. Guaranteeing a discard and a treasure token at the top of every turn.
All right. Thank you, Corey.
Especially what we see with Mayhem.
Send you on your way again.
Look.
We're going to bring back out.
What was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say.
But we are
oh, it's very clear that. Oh, shit.
Come on out. All right.
Mark's back. Brought the New Balance back out.
Mark, we've already heard from you. Good. But Sarah, why don't you introduce yourself?
Oh,
cool.
We've only seen Spider-Man stuff. My theory that maybe we would see street level everything kind of encompassed under the Spider-Man label.
On the collectability team. So
I'm not confident on that anymore.
Improvise and make alternate versions of the main set cards, the looking ones. Yes. We don't change any of their stuff. I'm really excited to be here to talk about Marvel, to talk about Spider-Man.
Yep. This is
love comic book art.
This is the woman that will tell us about the collectible stuff.
I love any kind of art that people can get in their hands right away. This set in particular, we have some vintage stuff in the set, and it's unbelievable.
Yeah, this set is really exciting.
This is where we're going to get excited.
Comic book fans.
Oh, I forgot about that.
We're also going to talk in this section about reprints, about the bonus sheet specifically.
Here we go.
So, Mark, what's going on with the bonus sheet in this set?
Focus up, everybody.
One of the things that Magic has always done is we have really amazing art. From the very beginning, we've really valued being the forefront of amazing art. But one of the things about partnering with people is Marvel is also known for having really amazing art. And so how could we get the amazing Marvel art that people love onto Magic cards? And so the idea is we have a bonus sheet where we took famous reprints and put Marvel art on them, original Marvel art. When I say original, I mean from the comics.
Yeah. So we have 7 cards we're going to show you in this section. They're all reprints, all in the bonus sheet, all with this fantastic art. We're going to play a little game, a little audience participation here. We're going to put up the art first. Sarah's going to talk a little bit about it, and then I want to hear some guesses for what card you think.
Oh, this will be fun.
So
I think we're going to do better at this than the audience chat. Everybody get ready.
Sarah, tell us about this.
So
all right.
This is a big deal.
Amazing Spider-Man.
This is the first time that Spider-Man showed up as a character in comic books. This was Amazing Fantasy number 15 in 1962. So this was the cover that said "Introducing Spider-Man."
What card is this going to be?
And this was from the interior of the book. The character was designed by Steve Ditko, who's like a giant of the industry. But the cover was actually penciled by Jack Kirby.
Yeah, like we're gonna have an artist line that says Ditko and Kirby, which is just
that's
insane.
nuts.
Magic card.
On a
Yeah.
magic
Hold in
card.
your hand.
It's so
Yeah.
crazy.
All right, it may take you a couple to get into this, but let's hear some guesses. What do we think this card is? I heard it over here. All right,
Flying.
let's see it. Put it up on the screen.
Heroic intervention.
Yeah, one of the things I want to point out. So
Why don't
this
we drop
very
that
first comic,
text
one of the
down,
things
ladies
Stan
and
Lee
gentlemen?
did when he made Spider-Man.
Drop that
was at the
text
time,
down a little bit.
Superheroes were kind of larger than life, and the idea was making a superhero that was like an everyday guy, like he had trouble paying the rent or getting dates, like, and that really at the time was kind of controversial, but was a huge hit. And the idea of making like relatable superheroes, this was the real start of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up,
Kind of mid
let's
on
put
this
our
one.
next piece of art up on the screen.
Okay, I hope you can guess this. This is one of my favorite pairings with the card title. It's emotionally very devastating. So this was from 1967, so we're moving forward in time a little bit. So at this point,
Path
now
to
the comic
Exile.
book is called Amazing Spider-Man. We went from not having, from the character being started.
Here's your
to now
Path to
having his own
Exile.
book name. And at this point, he's being drawn by John Romita Sr., who was the second in line of Spider-Man artists. One of the cool things about Romita Sr. is that he had kind of a background in romance comics. So he was really good in particular at making the female characters in the Spider-Man universe really like attractive and stylish and beautiful and compelling. So he really like amped up that part of the story a lot.
All right, let's hear some guesses for this one.
Path. No, Demonic Pact will have Mephisto on it.
You heard it?
Because I'm
Okay.
assuming that'll be for
Throw
Brand
up
New Day.
Path to Exile.
Now this looks dope as hell.
Yeah.
Poor Spidey.
Yeah, so this is from a run called Spider-Man No More, where Peter Parker.
This
it's
one looks
gets to
really
him.
cool.
There's so much it's so hard
I like
being
this one.
Spider-Man that he walks away from being Spider-Man.
Yeah.
To Exile.
Garage,
Yes,
some of
it's
these
Path to
looked
Exile,
better
but-
in hand. Comparing,
All right, I'm
talking
gonna-
about the
this
Through the
next
Ages
one,
set.
I'm going to be really impressed if anyone guesses it. It's fantastic, but it's a little bit more obscure than Path to Exile.
Yeah,
Let's hear from this one.
Okay, so this is going to be a tough one. You're right.
Yeah.
But this is from Amazing Spider-Man number 55 in 1967. That's John Romita Sr. again.
That's kind of cool.
I
I'm
in
not
particular
gonna
really love
lie.
Doc Ock's original haircut.
This is kind of
I know
dope,
that bowl
dude.
cut was like, I think for people in the 60s, they would've
One
been
big
like, oh, he's
face.
right? Like that was like a visual indication of that.
I
But
kind of
this is
like
such a
it.
great, like super close-up dynamic shot. of
What
Doc
is this
Ock.
gonna be like?
All right, I want to hear some guesses on this one.
Discard? What's like a duress or something? Inquisition
Don't
of
think I
Kozilek.
heard it. So let's see.
Lorthos the Tide Maker? Oh my God.
Danger.
So one of the things that we talked about this. at
We
San Diego
reprinted
Comic-Con,
Lorthos the Tide
We're
Maker.
very careful when we choose creature types. So Dr. Octopus is not actually an octopus, so we did not make him creature type octopus. But we couldn't pass the opportunity to make an octopus that is Dr. Octopus.
Yo, again, text placement here,
All right,
man.
for
Come
this
on, let's
next
just
one,
drop
which
those.
is going to be a layup, guys.
Just
We're
move it
going
down.
to keep the John Romita Sr. train going with this piece of art.
Right?
If this isn't
Gotta be.
shock,
Everyone's got to.
Tell us about this one, Sarah.
if this isn't
Not
shock,
electricity.
Yes, that's not electricity.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But what's this guy's name, Mark? You want to give them a hint?
oh my
His
god.
name is the Shocker.
God, there you go. All right. Yeah, every game has a free space.
When we first started working on Spider-Man, there were a couple like low-hanging things. One was, okay, you got to make
Sure.
a J. Jonah Jameson that references Menace, and the other one was we have to have a Shocker with Shock.
Yeah.
So
All right, next up, this is
So,
one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's
I know
about
say that a
all
lot,
I have
but
to
this-
say
this
about
one,
that.
It's hard, it resonates, it really feels good on the card. So let's.
Yeah,
throw
you
the
gotta
piece
have some
of
lower-
art up on
lower
the
pulls.
screen. Tell us about.
Oh, bro,
right?
if this isn't
I know,
reanimate,
so cool.
oh my god, did I just get
Spoiler alert.
my permanent reanimate?
So at this point,
Did I just get
think
my
it was a dark
reanimate
ages
for
card.
every deck until the end of
It was
time?
penciled by Mike Zack
God,
and
please
colored
text
by
placement,
Bob
don't ruin this
McLeod.
card. Please text
And
placement,
this is
don't ruin this card.
Spider-Man 32.
Please text placement, don't
And,
ruin this
yeah,
fucking
like-
card. I will kill you.
Yeah, it's reanimate.
Yes!
The rules text
And it
basically
looks
reads
cool.
Like a description of the art. It's incredible.
So this is from a storyline called Kraven's Last Hunt, where Kraven buries
I
Spider-Man.
love this.
And spoiler,
I
he's not dead.
love this.
But anyway, this is a really
This is
famous
so
shot. In
good.
fact, we got to use this on Reanimated.
Yep.
Oh
No, it's
my
perfect.
god, dude.
Perfect. All right.
Exciting.
Next up. Let's
Yes.
see, this was a what? This was Kraven's Last Hunt. Yeah,
Oh.
that's right.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, San Diego Comic-Con. So one of the things we did was
Oh, okay.
we made a cycle of sagas. And that one
Mill
of the sagas
5 when you
we showed at
do.
San Diego Comic-Con was Raven's Last Hunt.
Who's the lady
And
that's in
that,
charge
yeah,
of Saga decks now that's so good? Esperterra? We saw this, but
Yeah. You want to talk about the thing next to it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's we also knew from really early on working on this set. You know, we have really like baby brainstorms at the very, very, very beginning years ago at this point, and we knew as a studio that we really wanted to try to figure out how to make Magic cards look like comic book pages. Yeah. And sagas were like this perfect marriage of like giving us that.
yeah, the sagas and the
But
comic
as
treatment
simple
do
as
look
this
really
looks
dope.
And as well as it's working, it did actually take a lot of work to kind of like tinker with it. To
Oh,
get it
Julian, we're gonna get
to
him.
come out well. And the artist that we
MagicCon Atlanta. MagicCon Vegas, we got a ton of Final Fantasy stuff, and that was really, really. I collected the whole set.
Using color and shadow to really like delineate those spaces really clearly.
And each comic panel represents a different part of the story. And it's very cool.
Yes. And we'll have another saga we're going to show off later.
Yeah.
All right, back to the bonus
all right,
sheet.
We got 2 more of these left in our little
Yes.
game. Let's throw, you know, in my youth, this was like the comic book.
Yo.
So tell us about this one.
Yeah. So
Look at that on a
this
Magic
is Todd
card. That's
McFarlane
crazy.
drawing Spider-Man, and this was like a big moment in the character's design and the design of the webbing even. So Todd McFarlane, you know, he kind of took like a little bit from Steve Ditko from the beginning, where he really like used Spidey's body in really like arachnid kind of ways and really like emphasized that strange physiognomy of what he's like doing.
Whoa,
as Spider-Man.
physiognomy.
He also made the eyes really, really big, and
Just-
that webbing design in particular is something that's been really iconic and has stuck with the character.
All right, let's hear
Arachnogenesis.
guesses on this one. Yes! There you go.
Nailed it.
Nice. That is
so
impressive.
One of the things we were trying to do is cover a lot of different eras.
Yeah, dude,
This is
Todd
a really
McFarlane
fun era
art
of
on a Magic
Spider-Man
card.
Where they get into like, the
Templating looks
mythos
dope
of
on that
what it
card,
means,
too.
The spider totem and like, was the spider an accident or was it always destined to bite him? And so this is a really fun storyline.
Yeah. All right, for our final one, we're actually moving forward in
yeah.
time quite a bit to something a little bit more recent. So let's throw the next piece of art up there.
Whoa.
One of my favorite character designs of all time, Venom, is just the combination of like total gnarly fear and absolute glee with this character constantly like exudes. It's just like
Just gonna be a Rakdos?
like a pinball game in my brain. But this one was 2021.
Oh, yeah,
Ryan
food. We're gonna
Stegman
open
was
so
the
much of
artist
that.
here, and J.P. Meyer, and then Frank Martin did the colors. And what could it
What
be?
do we think this one is?
I don't even know what
He
this
has
one could
wings.
be. Oh, it's a demon.
I don't
Is this
think I've heard it, but
Grizzlebrand?
let's throw it up there.
Skitherix. Nice,
Also
dude.
known as Venom King
Oh,
in Black.
shit.
The idea of making a venomous Venom seems too cool to pass up on.
Yeah, dude, that's very cool.
All right. Now, these are the only ones. This is the
as
last one
Venom.
we've shown for today. But, Sarah, there are going to be more classic comic book
There are-
artists included in this,
Yeah,
correct?
there are more of these, and we have names on Magic cards crediting the art, like Mark Bagley, Mobius, Eric Larson, Sarah Pacelli. There's just like chock full of these amazing pieces in the set.
If you are a
Wow.
fan of Spider-Man
Hell yeah.
artists, like, we've got them in spades. All right. Okay, so people are going to want those bonus cards for sure, but we have a range of collectible and cool designs that we've done to create really cool cards. Why don't you walk us through kind of the new and shiny here?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to start by looking at one of the most powerful objects in this universe.
One of 6.
I said one of. The Soul Stone.
Oh my god, I've
So
never
you have
wanted a
3
fucking
beautiful
headliner
versions
card.
to choose
Yeah,
from.
I just
Three
want
of
this
all
so bad.
The one on the far left.
My lizard brain needs it.
is painted by Vulcan Baga, and he mimicked his his original
Yes.
like Mox compositions, right? So we're really
Killed it.
like magic
Killed it
and
with the
Marvel,
base
like,
art.
together, chocolate and peanut butter in a beautiful way. The in-betweener is the one holding that Soul Stone, who has like a super sweet color block outfit. And then in the middle, we have our Gauntlet version. So you get Thanos, you get comic style, you get that sweet Marvel art. And then on the far, far right, the most rare, the most precious. This is the Soul Stone, like in the cosmos, and that card has been tricked out with so many print techniques and fancy things that it will feel just as precious.
Yeah,
as
this
the stone itself.
doesn't do it justice. Yeah.
God, I need that.
So if you're familiar with our headliner program, this is the headliner for this set. This is the only
Vulcan
Infinity Stone
knocked
in
it
this
out of
set.
the
That is
park,
correct.
dude.
Yes.
Making it
we can say that.
a callback to the Mox
And then
composition.
Before we're done, we will do all the Infinity Stones.
What else do we have, Sarah?
Okay, so another thing that we
All right, well, there you go. He just casually confirmed we're doing all the Infinity Stones.
Bonus sheet examples that you were seeing is that we are doing classic cover cards where we're taking an original comic book cover and we are turning it into a Magic card.
Oh.
So on the front side of the card, you've got Peter Parker and Eddie Brock, and that's Peter Parker.
I don't
the
love
first time
the
he was ever bit by a
Peter
Spider-Man
one, but
ever
I
in any
like. I
universe.
actually like
That's
the Eddie
art
Brock
from that
Venom
moment.
one.
He is a teenager at this time in his like
Yeah, only
depictions,
Stone.
which I find fascinating that in the 60s this is what a teenager looked like. But then so we've taken the actual comic books with their original wording and everything, but we've replaced the text with Magic rules text. So you get a miniature comic book cover to put in your deck. It's really cool.
All right, let's see the next one.
I like that Venom.
The web frame.
Yeah, so here's a
Yeah,
custom frame
this one
that
looks
we
pretty
designed
decent.
for this set. This is the web frame, and our in-house designer, Dalton Pencarina, really based the webbing on the frame on Todd McFarlane's design. It's really like detailed and really like gnarly. We really envisioned this frame, like as if the Magic frame was an in-world object, and Spidey is like attaching to it and swinging along and going around. I wanted to call it the sticky frame, but no one.
Marketing
Listen to
overruled
me.
her. Yeah.
Sticky
that's a
frame.
Different department.
Yeah.
Okay, what else do we have, Sarah?
Yeah, and so then we have some.
Yeah, we have seen
showcase
this card.
panel, frames. So these are related to that saga we saw before.
Oh, we've seen this
is
frame,
another
but
thing we
not
knew from the
this
beginning that we
treatment,
really wanted
not
to
these
do
cards.
Was try to show comic grids.
Yeah, I mean, it looks super
on Magic
dope.
cards as
Nothing's
Magic
gonna beat
art.
that
Comic
Fisher
grids are
art
such
on
an
Norman
important part of
Osborn, though.
storytelling.
No, it's not
both
serialized, Ryan.
Utilizing them and obviously breaking them, right? Those are the exciting moments when the characters like pop out and go over those lines. So again, we were really lucky to work with a lot of current Marvel artists who are experts with this stuff. And so these are just, 4 examples. I'm a big fan of that Venom half face, half, so gross.
All right, I got another pop quiz for the audience before we move on to the next card. So we said we were going to reveal another saga. If you're a Spider-Man fan and you hear the word saga, where does your mind go? Like in unison. Perfect. All right, let's see the Clone Saga.
Yeah, so here's the main set version. We saw Bill Sinkovitz's art on the Craven
Last Hunt. Yeah.
Last Hunt saga as well.
Surveil 3, when you
Bill
next cast a
Sienkiewicz is a
creature,
really
copy it,
important
except the
artist
copy
in
is a legendary.
1980s
Wow, just
comic
straight
books.
up.
He was one of the first people in the mainstream.
Choose a
comic
card name
world to
whenever a
use
creature with the chosen name deals combat damage to a
collage
player this turn, draw a card.
and And photorealism.
It's that
and
second
really,
chapter that you're going
play
for,
with the
right?
art style in a way that nobody had really done before. And he also
Psychorenicus
illustrated magic cards, like
Vile
way back in the day.
duplication, except
Alliances.
a saga.
Yeah,
Alliance,
so it's
yeah.
really exciting to get him back in for this set. Like another one of those perfect moments of things kind of all coming together.
Yep.
We have
Somebody
showcase
asked for a Ben Riley card earlier, right?
Yeah.
So in the main picture, the bad guy is cloned Spider-Man. The Jackal is cloned Spider-Man. And this is one of my all-time favorite moments in Spider-Man, where we're following Peter Parker as he's trying to figure out all the clones, and then we realize that he is a clone. It was a very, for the Spider-Man readers, that's one of my favorite moments. And we did know, by the way, when we started making this set and we decided to do sagas, it was a given that we were doing the Clone Saga, because there was no way in the world we were doing sagas and not doing the Clone Saga.
How could we let you all down? You all knew we had to do it.
People have bugged me about this online, like, you better be doing the Clone Saga.
Yeah, the
We did.
comic book
Another
saga
thing
treatments
we
look
did
super
in the
dope.
collectability space is, of course, this is the Spider-Man set. We had to focus on Spider-Man.
Yep.
And so let's start showing this video that runs through. Okay, we've got spectacular Spider-Man in the
Yeah.
black suit, and
So-
then
Whoa.
This whole idea gave us a couple of fun things to do. One was use a bunch of Spider-Mans that
Oh
weren't in the
man,
set.
sensational.
And another is to make
And
like
some of which are on the set.
and some of which are-
Six
and
armed.
to also riff on the idea of like variant covers that comic
They've
books
even
do
got
that people
Future
get really excited
Foundation?
about, right? So there's 8.
They've got everything.
yep. We're going to come back to each one of
Yeah,
these.
there's 8 different versions of these. They're all drawn by the same artist, Roberta Ingranata, who totally like knocked it out of the park. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go through these one by one. So let's move to the Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah, so as I was saying, Roberta really understood what we were looking for here because the pose is really important. Knowing we were going to riff it 8 times, we needed
The third one was a stealth suit. I don't know if it actually glows in the dark.
We needed the webbing to be visible, and then we had the same background and the same setting for each card. But the art director working on this project, Aliana Rude, had this amazing idea to change the time of day and the time of year for the background so that the colors could shift card to card even just a little bit more and really like set off the suit colors on each variant.
Yeah, we're going to see that as we go through, including on our next one, which Mark, I know is one of your favorites, which is the black.
Yes. I think this is one of my favorites. So one of the things that's real fun as a Spider-Man fan is just there's so many great moments. So Secret Wars was an event that happened many years ago. This character called the Beyonder took a whole bunch of heroes and villains and took them to fight each other. But while they were there, Spider-Man got this black suit. And then for quite a while, he wore the black suit, and then something was weird going on, so he decided to go get it checked out by Reed Richards. And then Reed Richards like, it's alive. And I remember that just blew my mind. So the suit would turn into Venom. That's where Venom came from, that he was alive. And the fact that Spider-Man rejected him is what made Venom now got angry at Spider-Man. So.
Yeah. All right, next up we have Spider Armor Mark 1.
It's beautiful. The disco suit. In springtime, I love the juxtaposition of the delicate flower petals with the shiny bulletproof armor.
Next up, a personal favorite of mine is the Stealth Suit.
Yeah, this is a really cool one. This one's at night, right? Which is a great way to, if night is in New York City, which is a bright time in New York still, it's a great way to set off the colors of that black suit.
And then we have the Sensational Suit.
Clone Ben Reilly looking very, very cool. That Spidey logo going all the way down. And the half-color boots, big fan of that.
And then we start getting a little weird with the 6 arms.
Right. The grossest one of the set, clearly.
Don't take random serums.
Yep.
Not the one I'll be running.
Mark, these last 2, I'm going to let you take these last 2.
Oh, sure. So apparently all my stories involve the Fantastic Four. So there's a period in time where Johnny Storm died, although, spoilers, he didn't. But Spider-Man joined the Fantastic Four. And while he was in the Fantastic Four, they made a special suit called the Future Foundation suit, which was his white suit, which I always really liked. And it matched the rest of the Fantastic Four had white suits as well. But anyway, I've always liked this suit. It's one of my favorite suits.
And then the audience's favorite.
Yeah,
so
Bagman.
After they find out that his suit is Venom, he can't wear it because it's Venom. And so he has to borrow stuff from the Fantastic Four to get home, and he puts a bag on his head. And they refer to this as the bombastic Bagman suit. And so, anyway, it's fun. How do we not do the bombastic Bagman?
It's also the most unrealistic one because his feet are bare and clean, which is impossible. If he's running around the rooftops in New York City, that's not a thing.
We knew you'd like this one. And so while we're talking about collectability, we've got something to share that we're really excited about. Let's put this up on the screen. We've got a comic to give away with an exclusive cover featuring Bagman. Mark, how
everybody gets the comic book thing?
There are 2 ways to get this. The first is you can go to our booth.
Yep.
And while supplies last, you can get one at the Wizard of the Coast booth in the Arch.
Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Saturday,
so
Sunday,
not
Monday.
today. Yep.
And also while you're there, you can get a
welcome deck.
A welcome deck for Spider-Man. The second way to get it is, of course, to be right here.
Hey! So, everybody, you look under your seat right now.
Absolutely. We're glad you're here.
Migrations.
All right. So let's hear a little bit. Who is excited for this set from what they've seen so far?
Let's get a little poll going, chat. So, everybody vote on this.
We're going to tell you how to enjoy it. We're going to tell you when to enjoy it. So we're going to throw some dates up on the screen. Mark your calendars. The Magic the Gathering Marvel Spider-Man debut, it's today. It's right now. You're here. You're watching it. That's this thing. Previews start next week. We're going to do
No, that was just a comic book food. Those were like
gallery. That's going to be the full
You remember
set.
the comic books they did for
on dailymtg.com.
Wolverine and those people?
Again, throughout the week and on September 5th. Previews are going to be available around the internet at news outlets with your favorite creators. There's an article called Where to Find Marvel's Spider-Man Previews on dailymtg.com.
It's got the card art.
Where all of those are going to show up. or you can just wait till the 5th and take in the whole thing.
But you can even, they even had the
Next,
thing at the
we
top.
have a slew of cool events. First up, so at your local WPN
It's a
Game
cool
Store,
collector
pre-release
thing, but it's
events
not.
are going to be
It's
taking
not really
place
anything that
September 19th through
big of a deal.
25th. And if you happen to live near a Disney store retail
Excitement for
location
Spider-Man
in
poll up
Times
right now if
Square,
you'll go vote on it.
London, Disney World, Florida, or Disneyland, California, or if you want to make a trip, there's going to be a special launch event at those locations on September 19th.
What?
Going to be very cool, something we've never done before. Really excited for those. And then the global release, everywhere you can buy Magic. You're going to be able to pick up this set on September 26th.
Will be it.
But it doesn't end there.
No, wait.
Because
That's the
we're
weekend
celebrating this
before-
set with a number of events. So Magic Academy, for those who don't know, is a great way to
Yeah,
learn
that's
how
the
to play
weekend
Magic.
before
So if you're
MagicCon
one of those folks
Atlanta.
in the audience or watching at home who's really who
Okay.
loves Spider-Man, huge fan of Spider-Man, but you've never tried
The
Magic
weekend before I drive down to
check
Orlando.
with the local game store. When they are running these Academy events, they're going to be taking place September 26th through November 13th. Great way to learn. And then, of course, we are going to be at MagicCon Atlanta. So, yeah,
Ja
I'm
boy.
going to be there. We're going to be there. We're all going to be there. September 26th through 28th. If you've never been to a MagicCon, they're amazing. It's people playing Magic everywhere, and Marvel Spider-Man is going to be all over that convention. If you're looking to play in a
They're showing
standard
these days, my
event,
bad.
we have 2 spotlights, Magic spotlights. So these are large.
No, yeah, Richard, it is.
In this case,
It is a.
standard
It is
tournaments.
a
They're
treatment
taking
on the
place in
card.
Baltimore and Liverpool, October 24th through 26th for Baltimore, and October 31st through November 2nd.
Yeah,
in
Steve, I mean, that's not-
Liverpool. And finally, intended a little bit, Spider-Man: The Final Battle, happening November 1st through 9th, is a new event. So this is for aimed at our competitive players. These are running November 1 through 9 in WPN stores, so check with your local game store. It's going to be a standard constructed event, and it's going to have the winner of the event is going to receive a special variant cover copy of The Amazing Spider-Man #1, 2025. And we're going to reveal what that comic looks like later this week.
Play for a
again,
comic?
Head to dailymtg.com. Look for an article titled "Where to Play Marvel Spider-Man." That's going to show off what that comic looks like. But look for the final battle at a local game store near you. We're almost done, but I didn't say we were done with reveals because we're not. We've
Something
got
cool.
a secret to share with you, a secret layer. We use that all the time. But
There
we're
we go.
using it.
Yeah.
So let's take a look. And
Secret
Sarah, why
layer
don't you
time,
tell us
baby.
what we are looking at here.
So this is the only place we did this in the set.
Not in the set.
Well, in the secret
In the secret layer.
in the secret layer. Yeah, that's what I mean. We made a series
Love
of
it.
cards that
No
look
notes.
like front covers of the Daily Bugle.
Yeah.
Which I love when we do this, when we try to make a Magic card look like something else. The trompe-l'oeil of it is so much fun. So each card is the headline is the title of the card, and there's all these like fun little like Easter eggs all over the place of like different text, as well as the type line gets moved around to like mimic like supporting headlines and stuff. And yeah, we're really
Love
super
it.
psyched about these. Another thing that happened though is when we made these, we realized that throughout Marvel's history, the Daily Bugle has looked different based
Oh,
on the
nice.
paper itself. Has looked different based on which artist was drawing it.
Mm-hmm.
And we realized even within the Magic set, we had it looking different. So once we created this set, we kind of retconned our own art to make it all look like this, so there was continuity through the set.
Oh, so in the main set, when you see the Daily Bugle in art, it's going to look like
It's
that.
gonna look like
Very
this.
cool.
Yeah, yeah. So these they come
Playable
in foil
cards?
or in non-foil.
No, no
and
Commander
they
decks.
are available as part of the Marvel Spider-Man Super Drop.
Yeah, so there are going to be more drops in that super drop.
Yeah,
if
Steve, you and
wanna
me on the
know
same page.
more
I was like, holy
details
shit, playable
about this
cards.
one, about that entire super
You
drop,
can actually put
head to
these in decks.
MagicsSecretLayer.com.
No, it's not a value.
Make sure
This
you
isn't a
sign
value
up
layer, but it's a
for
playable layer.
notifications. All right.
Blasphemous.
that is
I mean,
it.
I've got my
That is
Blasphemous Act for my
all the
Spider-Man
reveals
decks now.
we have.
All right.
So thank you, friends,
That
for joining
was
us
dope,
today.
yo.
You've been a
That's all the
fantastic
reveals
audience.
they've got.
Really appreciate
Because this is so weird and it's the evening and I haven't even had dinner yet, I'm going to call it. Y'all, that was very exciting. I'm hyped for this set. I think that it's going to be super cool. I need your help getting a Soulstone. Please help me get a Soulstone headliner card. I want a Soulstone headliner card. I'm manifesting it so that I can get it. I'm going to go enjoy my Friday night. I hope that y'all do the same. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm on vacation all week next week, but I've got stuff scheduled, so there will be things happening. There just won't be streams. Patrons, I will be back for Thursday Night Fight Night. I'll get back and we will be fighting Thursday night. If you want to play Commander with us every Thursday night, go join the Patreon. Thank you very much, everyone, for hanging out on a weird time for a debut stream. I really appreciate it. I am going to go have some dinner now and have a wonderful Friday. Love you much. Catch you later. Yeah, Jank, I was hoping you saw that. I was hoping you were still here. The Spider-Mans that we were talking about liking so much and how much playability they were going to have, having a bunch of variants of those, very cool. Very cool. There's a lot to break down, but yeah, I appreciate it, y'all. That's it for today. Love you, mean it. Catch you later.